Funds that are raised stay locally. In 2018, the Holland River unit provided almost 6,000 trips to medical appointments for cancer treatment. That is 86 volunteer drivers drove over 300,000 kilometers to those trips. And despite that huge volunteer effort, the program still costs over $93,000 to administer every year. So again, the other thing is at our own regional South Lake Regional Health Center, they are currently conducting 15 medical treatment studies for cancer research. So just to reiterate what Bob said, we are asking that you participate as a team of counselors or that you form your own individual teams. We also have sponsorship opportunities, and we would certainly strongly encourage you to share and promote Relay with whatever communication tools that you have. And I'm going to turn it over to Harper.
Hello, my name is Harper James, and I'm a grade 12 student at Pickering College. I've been an active participant in Relay for Life for a couple of years now, as it is a great way to get involved in the community and have a great night with your friends. I highly recommend participating in Relay for Life, as the memories I made those nights are ones I consider highlights of my high school career. And on top of that, I greatly appreciate the opportunity to volunteer and participate in an organization fundraising for people with cancer. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Michelle Clayton-Wood. I have participated in the Canadian Cancer Society's event Relay for Life as a volunteer and as a survivor, walking the survivor's lap for over 15 years. I have just lost 2 relatives to cancer in the last 2 weeks. I was driven to my appointments by Canadian Cancer Society drivers so I could remain at home with my kids, who were 2 and 5 at that time. My husband and I also receive counseling as part of the Canadian Cancer Society's resources. At Relay, we light luminaries to celebrate loved ones with cancer that are with us and to cherish the memories of loved ones that had cancer and are no longer with us. These are luminaries. People purchase luminaries at the Relay track at Pickering College, and they are placed around the track. At 10 p.m., the candles are lit simultaneously, and we have a period of silence to remember why we relay. Please feel free to decorate the luminary bags and to go to Relay for Life to purchase additional luminaries for family and friends. Remember, if you form a relay team, it can also be a virtual team, so that will help us fundraise. Thank you for the opportunity to speak about Relay for Life and for supporting the Canadian Cancer Society, whose mission is to eradicate cancer and to enhance the quality of life for those living with cancer. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We will certainly look after our social media and get it out to everybody that we can. And we have counselors that are quite active on social media, so you can be rest assured you'll be seeing the picture out there. We wish you all the best. And I have been at the Relay for Life several times, one of the first ones at Pickering College I was a part of. And if we can get out, we certainly will. And then we will also encourage our staff as well and our community.
Great.
All the best to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Feel free to leave unless you want to stay for a meeting. Thank you. Could I have a motion to receive the presentation? Councillor Foster, Councillor Crone. All those in favor? And that's carried. We're at committee recommendations now, pages 6 to 8. Any questions on the committee recommendations? Could I have a mover and a seconder, please? Councillor Crothers, Councillor Roy DiClemente. All those in favor? That's carried. We have adoption of the minutes. Mr. Clerk.
Through you, Madam Mayor, thank you. We have several recommendations from today's meeting. Can you put them on? I'll put them on the screen for you. Again, they can be adopted individually or as a group. So going through them, there's a CIS report This is the sidewalk replacement, gutter replacement contract. Number 2 is, again, a CIS report, resurfacing various roads contract. Number 3 is, again, a CIS report. This is the infrastructure rural and northern communities funding stream. Number 4 is a CIS memo with regards to the Hull Landing Lagoon wastewater treatment facility. And the reason that was brought forward is that council is directing staff to revise the proposed letter to Honorable Caroline Mulroney as a reminder. Number 5 is development services year-end summary report. And those are all of the recommendations, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. So we have 4 that are printed on our agenda and 5 that are on the screen. Would you like them passed together or individually or somewhere in between? Do them all at the same time? Okay, very good. Could I have a mover and a seconder, please? Councillor Roy DeClemente, Councillor Crone. All those in favor? And that's carried. We're down to item G, and that's correspondence for consideration. And number 1 is regarding Occupational Health and Safety, York Region District School Board. Any questions on this? Go ahead. Okay. I thought we moved them all. I thought. Okay.
Happy to move all 4.
You
sets
thought
of
we did
minutes,
too?
please. No, we'll do it anyway.
Okay.
All 4, please.
1 to 4. Seconded by Councillor Foster. All those in favor? That's carried. Okay. So this is a letter of support authorizing the use of larvicide in the town of East Gwillimbury for the catch basins. We see this one every year. Any questions on that one? Could I have a mover and seconder, please? Councillor Crone, Councillor Foster. All those in favor? That's carried. The next one is from Dr. Kurji, the Medical Officer of Health, regarding the Ministry of Environment and the larvicide for West Nile virus. Any questions on that one? Would I have a mover and a seconder, please? Councillor Crothers, Councillor Roy DeClemente. All those in favor? And that's carried. H, I do not have any reports at this time. I, no resolutions. And J, we have some bylaws. We have 3 bylaws. Mr. Webster.
I'd like to speak to the 3rd bylaw, so if you wanted to pass the first 2, maybe I could speak to it.
Pass the first 2, and then you can speak to the 3rd one.
Sure.
How's that?
That'd be good.
Okay. Could I have a mover and a seconder for number 1 and number 2 bylaw, please? Go ahead.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Happy to move both of these. I just wanted to confirm, I think we did get a report on J1, and I recognize that J2 is a really just a matter of course, but even just a bit of language here to say that this is required for closing or that it's a routine matter or something to that effect. So I ended up having to do a little bit of brain space to try and figure out what these were about. So just a little bit of context for future agendas would be appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you. Anything else on 1 and 2? All those in favor? That's carried. Number 3. Mr. Webster.
Thank you, Madam Mayor and Council. I would like to ask our Leo Gurlette to move forward here, if I may. Just a little bit about Leo. We're in a transition period here, and Leo came to us about, I guess, 2.5 years ago, and we were just entering our significant first phase of York-Durham growth, and I think we were a couple permits into our 2,800 permits that we had initially acted upon, and we'd hit a few little road bumps and lessons learned, and Leo brought some great insight into the organization and experience, and he in his background, he's left his fingerprint on many communities. I first met Leo, probably 20 years or more ago, and he was the CBO in Aurora, and he led Aurora, one of York Region's nicest communities, into what it is today, a really highly regarded, well-built community. He went on to the city of Vaughan, I guess back when it was the city above Toronto, and before it had a subway, and Leo led Vaughan through a lot of its maturation as it started to grow up, and condos and higher built dense form, and he certainly left a fingerprint on that community. And then we were fortunate enough, Leo was serving in with the board of directors with the Ontario Building Code, with Terrion, and teaching, and he came out of retirement again to help us out for the last 2.5 years. And for that, we really thank Leo a lot. He's helped us build a terrific team. And I think one of the things about Leo is the sign of a great leader is really the impact you leave on your community as far as built form as a CBO, but his relationship with staff and elected officials was impeccable throughout the term. And he's left us in great standing with the folks that he's helped grow and recruit. And so the bylaw that we're about to pass, as Leo moves into another day of retirement for himself, well deserved. We're fortunate that we have Andres, and his last name's a tough one, Sonyi, and he's kind of like Cher to me. I just call him Andres, so but his last name's a bit of a challenge, and we're fortunate we had Andres, who brought incredible experience from the city of Pickering. He's been with us now for over a year and has made a mark, and so he's going to step up as acting CBO for the balance of this year. And he'll certainly come and meet all of council and be part of our senior leadership team. And we also have Waleed Zachary, and Waleed's been with us for quite a time. He looks after a lot of our big builds, more prominent builds under inspection, and he's going to be serving as acting deputy CBO. So we're in good shape moving forward, Madam Mayor. This bylaw modernizes our building, our approach to building. It's a first update in many years, and at the end of it, it also appends who your appointed officials are. And so I thought it would be worthwhile. So thank you, Leo. And I don't know if Mr. Gurlett might want to say a few words. He usually does. So I don't know if he would like to maybe have to acknowledge his time here.
Absolutely, through you, Madam Mayor. I want to thank Tom for those kind words. However, as you build a team, you can't build a team without great players. And I'm truly blessed to have had some really great players within the building department. And certainly Waleed is a prime example. And I think one of the best hires is Andras. He and I do have a relationship. I'm the chairperson of a provincial committee downtown with the Ministry of Municipal Affairs and Housing, and Andres is a member of that committee, and we've known each other for a considerable length of time. And as Tom alluded to, I do believe that I leave the department in really good hands. We have gone through a number of bumps. We've had some staff in, some staff out, and things like that. We've gone through a heck of a growth spurt. Not quite what happened to me when I went to Vaughan. When the first year I was there, we did 10,000 permits, and the next year we did 8,000. So it was, I've had some experience with growth and certainly managing issues. When I was in Aurora, I was part of this senior management team in Aurora, and certainly learned a lot of life things, and I've had a lot of people mentor me along the way, and I continue to learn daily from those people you work with and the people that are trying to bring you in as part of the team. And you're going to be in really good hands, and I really am pleased to have had the opportunity to serve the people in this community as well as the people in this organization. And I think it's a really strong organization moving forward. And like I said, I can't say enough about my own personal team and the staff that I've had that have helped me along the way. So thank you very much for this opportunity, and thank you, Tom, for the kind words.
Thank you very much. It's hard to believe it's 2 years, Leo. I can't believe it. And yes, it's not quite the 18,000 in 2 years that you did in Vaughan, but we tried hard. It just didn't seem to have as many. I go back many years with Leo as well, both with him and Carol. And we wish you all the best in retirement, but somehow I just can't see you just picking up the golf clubs and sitting around. I just still think there's something else out there. You're going to show up sooner or later and tell us that you're busy off doing something else. So we wish you good health and good retirement, and I know we're having a little get-together in a few days, and we'll be there to wish you well officially. So thank you for all that you've done. We're all very confident in what we're doing in the building department, and it's because of you. Thank you very much. And now to pass the bylaw. Yes, go ahead, please.
Through Madam Mayor, just to advise council, there's a small amendment to the bylaw. It's with regards to the last clause, the repealing clause. There's an additional bylaw, 2018-073, that must be repealed, and that bylaw was appointing certain individuals to different positions within the building department. So that is now replaced with a schedule to this bylaw. So we'll make that administrative change when we sign the official bylaw, Madam Mayor.
So are you wanting a motion to repeal and then to appoint, or it's all within one?
No, it's just to advise council that the bylaw that's presented in front of you is just missing one additional repealing bylaw number, just to let council know, and we'll make sure the original signed one has that repeal number. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Could I have a mover and a seconder? Councillor Crone and Councillor Crothers. Yes. You have a question? Go ahead.
There's just if we're just editing this before it's made official, there's a typo on page 65, the title for number 11, the word building. Right there, yeah, the title, there, yeah, thanks. So I did read.
Degree in English? Okay, any questions? All those in favor? And that's carried. Thank you very much. Welcome. Just welcome in a new position, nothing else for both of you. Wonderful. Great to have you in the positions that you are. We're very confident in what you'll do a great job. Thank you. Is there any other business at this time? Seeing none, confirming bylaw. Councillor Crothers, Councillor Foster, all those in favor? That's carried. And an adjournment at 3:22. Councillor Roy DiClemente and Councillor Crothers, all those in favor? That's carried. Thank you very much.